Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss your final major project in the course, which is the portfolio project. Before viewing this video, please take a moment to read the project handout and rubric to familiarize yourself with the project expectations. This video will focus on expanding upon these details while highlighting the most important aspects of the project. Now let's begin. When looking at the handout, you'll see the first section focuses on explaining the overall purpose of the project, which is to compose a portfolio by revising one of the major projects in our course. In the field of composition, a portfolio is often a collection of work that demonstrates the progression of a text based on continual revision. For this project, you will select one of the major projects you have completed previously to revise based on the feedback you've received throughout the semester. More so, in this module, we will focus on editing and revision strategies to assist you in making thoughtful choices about your revision. Now let's look at the direction portion of the handout. In this section, you'll learn more about the specific expectations for the project, including details regarding the two unique parts of the project. Your final portfolio will include both the revised project and a cover letter that robustly discusses and explains the revisions you made. As you begin this project, you will need to identify the project you will revise first. Remember, you should revise one of the major projects from our course, not a minor assignment like a discussion board response. As you consider which project to revise, I suggest reflecting on the skills and knowledge you've gained. What have you learned this semester that you believe will most improve one of the previous projects? For example, did you find our discussions on understanding the rhetorical situation meaningful and believe you can improve a project like your analysis project with this understanding now? Or do you feel the continued discussions on research could help you revise a project in some way? After you identify which project you'd like to focus on, you will revise the project. Begin by looking back at the previous feedback you've received, as well as re-examining the project handout to consider the purpose of the assigned task. Then dive into the module materials to learn about editing and revision strategies. As you revise your project, you will need to keep track of the changes you make by using the highlight feature in Microsoft to visibly highlight the content you update or add in the project. Doing so will assist me in navigating your revisions, while also allowing you to visualize the extent of the changes once you've finished the project. The second part of this project is the cover letter. The cover letter is designed for you to provide a detailed description of every change you make in your project, while also analyzing the effectiveness of these changes. This is your opportunity to demonstrate that the project fulfills the assignment expectations, as well as that you've developed effective revising practices. The cover letter should be composed as a formal letter, with an MLA heading, greeting, introduction, body, conclusion, and closing and signature. In the introduction, you should discuss your overall goals and experience in the class, while focusing on the project you selected for the portfolio. Examine the prompts I've shared here to determine ways to frame your revision. The body will be a majority of the cover letter. You'll notice on the handout that I discussed the need to identify appropriate main ideas. For this project, the main ideas should focus on the themes in your revising practices, such as a paragraph on revisions you made concerning precise language, or having a paragraph that discusses revisions that improved the support for your main ideas. Critically consider how you'll form unified main ideas in your paragraphs that describe the updates you've made to the project in a coherent way. Each paragraph should include evidence from the project that identifies the exact changes you made, while then moving to an explanation of why you decided to make said changes. Explain how the change aligns with the expectations for purpose, audience, and context of your assigned task. Conclude your cover letter by reflecting on the overall impact of your revisions. How has the project improved based on your edits and revisions, and how do you know it's improved? Finally, you should discuss your growth as a writer, researcher, and critical thinker. Consider how the skills and knowledge you've acquired this semester has impacted you personally, academically, or professionally. How do you plan to continue to build on the habits you've developed? Also, be sure to conclude the letter with a formal closing and signature to suit the conventions of the genre. The final portion of the handout emphasizes the breakdown of points for this project. You'll notice that the cover letter is the deliverable that receives a majority of the points. This is not to say that your revised project is not important. However, the cover letter will only include thoughtful and meaningful content if your revisions are well done. Thus, you'll be assessed both on the effectiveness of the revisions as well as your ability to robustly discuss your revision process and the impact to the project. The discussion should align with our conversations about writing this semester. You'll also see a note about grading, and this is largely due to this being the final project of our course. To expedite the grading process, I primarily use the rubric to provide you with a score for this assignment, but you may always reach out to me directly if you'd like additional feedback. Remember, I'm always here and happy to help. Otherwise, I look forward to you beginning your portfolio project and seeing your work soon. Thank you so much and have a nice day.